Yo, what is going on, guys? We got some Devils v Lightning big hits to talk about today. And that is featuring Sami Vatanen and Nikita Kucherov. Quick disclaimer, I am actually a very big Nikita Kucherov fan. So let it be known that I have zero bias at all towards, I could care less what happens to Vatanen. I mean, I don't want to be, physically hurt or anything. But I care less what happens to Vatanen. I care less what happens to Kucherov. I like Kucherov. But when you watch this play, I've been reading through the Twitters. I've been slowing the replay down. I actually slow it down. And just to do you guys a solid, I'll get myself copyrighted by the NHL and show a quick 7-second clip because, God forbid, the NHL doesn't try to steal all the 30 cents I make from this video or whatever. And go out there and show you the clip. I'll slow it down for you. You can see when you watch this clip, and we want to talk about it, by the way, I just want to compare it to Drew Doughty's hit. Because I want to talk about the suspension that he should be owed because of the Drew Doughty's hit. But we slow it down. And I've seen all over Twitter, oh, it's shoulder contact first, and he didn't leave his feet until contact was made. Two things about that. I don't think, first of all, I don't think people realize that the NHL, sports in general, aren't the same they were now as they were 5 years ago. With all the concussions, the CTE, all that other stuff. If a hit was dirty now, it might not have been dirty back then. If a hit was illegal then, it is now. Or if the hit wasn't illegal then, it is now. Like, that's just sports in general. The NHL might be playing catch-up behind the NFL and stuff, but that stuff's going to become up big on the NHL at some point. And you got to look and see, like, this guy, whether you want to say it or not, you watch Kucherov, he hits him in the side of the he lines him up, first of all. You're lining the guy up. Just like any other, you're lining the guy up. Like, it's not like it was incidental contact. He lined him up. At some point, it'd be like he's responsible for what he did. He hits him in the inside of the shoulder. We'll give him that, yep. But at the angle he was taking, you can't tell me that angle wasn't designed to hit him in the inside shoulder, then smack him in the side of the head. That was a blatant, you can see it when you slow it down. He smacked him square in the side of the head with that shoulder. And when you look when he does it, going back to the whole launching in your feet and everything else like that, you look, he's still mid-hit when his right foot starts to come up off the air, and I don't know. I don't understand. I guess I can say I understand the rule, but I don't understand the rule at the same time. Like the whole, contact before leaving your feet before making contact thing. Like if you're doing in a play like that, do you need to leave both of your feet to make that hit? I don't believe you do. I'm pretty sure at no point where you're like, oh, I'm hitting him in the head. Let me leave my feet and drive into the side of his head a little hard. That's the way I look at it. I don't care if contact was made or not. You're midway to his head and you leave your feet. I consider that the exact same thing as leaving your feet before making the hit, because at that point you're driving into the guy. Do you need to do that? Like I said, it's a thing. You're an NHL player. You've been around long enough to realize, like, oh, where, to an extent, you just have to adjust to it. Like I said, sports are changing. Football players do it all the time too. They go for hard hits at the head. They go for hard hits, period. That's just how they was made to play. At some point, there's going to have to be a learning curve, and you're just going to have to adjust to learn how not to hit a guy shoulder first and then hit him in the side of the head, because that's what's happening. And to be completely honest, if you're going to do the whole player safety thing, that's what it's about. You hit the guy in the side of the head. Like, just because you hit his shoulder first, that makes it acceptable to hit the guy in the side of the head? Is that the way the league's looking at this stuff? It's the same people that are going to say the NHL's getting soft and everything else. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, it's people's lives at the same time. Whatever. I mean, yeah, you signed up for it. I like it. But if they're going to play player safety, you got to play into the fact that he just hit him in the side of the head. And that goes back to the Drew Doughty thing. I want to talk about Drew Doughty because Drew Doughty got a game suspension, and it's very tough not to say this was well worse than that Drew Doughty hit, and it was a very similar hit. It was almost identical, nearly identical. Like I said, Kucherov drove through. People are saying he didn't leave his feet before contact. Whatever. Kucherov left, both of his feet were off the ground. Period. In the middle of that hit, at the end of that hit, Doughty's weren't. Doughty uppercut the guy pretty much in the chin. Both of them hit the shoulder first. We've seen a suspension for Drew Doughty for hitting him in the shoulder first and then hitting him in the chin. I don't see how Sami Vatanen or Nikita Kucherov doesn't see the same suspension. You would like to think Kucherov, same suspension, maybe one game. I mean, to be consistent, from a consistent standpoint, we can argue all day this hit wasn't dirty. We can do whatever we want there. At the end of the day, though, if they suspended Drew Doughty for it, how do they not suspend Nikita Kucherov for it? That's my thought on it. Like I said, we can argue dirty, we can argue clean. We slowed it down. Everybody's going to think differently on it. Like I said, it depends how you look at it. If you're a fan of the big hits, you're a fan of seeing that kind of stuff in hockey, you're obviously going to be like, oh, that's clean. You're worried about player safety, and you're going to start questioning hits like that. We've seen them quite a bit this year now. Maybe it's just something the NHL has to address. Let me know what you guys are thinking. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.